Late at night she'd gone to loosen more of the stones and artfully replace them. Instinct told her to hurry. Though she'd heard that the orphanage was already full, the nuns could not ignore the cries of a baby. They would not guess that such a shining treasure was the offspring of a whore, a destitute. So it was through the hole in the wall she would go. Please, God, love her just one more time, until she'd found safety for her darling child. Part 1. Exiled. Chapter 1. November 1894. 13-year-old Henrietta O'Reilly pushed aside a lock of curling copper-coloured hair from her eyes and shivered. The icy water in the big china basin where she toiled was freezing. Her fingers were numb to the bone. Yet after a hard morning's laundering, there was still so much to do. A labour of love, so Sister Patrick regularly assured her. You'll be fitting those curling tresses of yours into a halo before long. The thought of a halo appealed to Ettie, as she was known by the nuns. All the saints looked radiant in the pictures hanging on the convent walls. Their holy images with auras of gold inspired her. But it was hard to conjure a smile in the ancient orphanage laundry. Draughts as strong as storms rushed in from the broken windows. The mucky steam dampened her clothes. The air smelled strongly of soap and starch and made her eyes sting. Not that she minded, for having spent all her life in the care of the Sisters of Clemency, Ettie considered the orphanage her home. Hidden away in the hamlet of Poplar, East London, it was rare that she ever ventured beyond the high stone walls of the convent. Sister Patrick was her favourite nun, and though she had lived many years in England, she still spoke with her native Irish accent. It was Sister Patrick who, on her way to chapel on Christmas Day 14 years ago, had discovered the dying Colleen O'Reilly. Sure, it was a heart-breaking sight, Sister Patrick had related many times. The ice was hanging sharp as knives from the eaves of the laundry. The snow was banked knee-high. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw a tiny figure falling against the laundry wall, and there you were, safe in the wee girl's arms, a tiny speck of life. With the last of her strength, your mother was keeping you warm against her breast. Wrapped only in filthy rags, she was in no fit state to help herself, let alone her baby. Where is she now? Ettie had asked when she was small. The good Lord called her to be his angel. Is she an angel now? She's a Dublin angel for sure, Sister Patrick assured her. Colleen O'Reilly, Jesus rest her soul, was from the land of shamrocks just like me. She was born in a road I know well myself called Henrietta Street, and she named you after it. Those saints preserve us. We all got lazy and know you was our darling Ettie. Ettie never tired of listening to Sister Patrick's explanations of her heritage. It gave her great comfort to know that Sister Patrick and her mother were so closely connected, and that Dublin was the city of her mother's birth. What did she look like, Sister Patrick? Was she pretty? Ah, as pretty as a picture she was, just like yourself. A replica. Rich brown hair and eyes the very same shade as God's own soil. And her countenance, well, it might have lit up the whole convent if she'd lived. Did she really love me? At this, Sister Patrick would look astonished. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, child, why wouldn't she? You were her very own miracle. Will I ever see her again? Ettie persisted, having studied her catechism sufficiently to believe in miracles. Without a doubt, Sister Patrick would reply. Don't we all rest in the arms of our blessed Saviour and his angels? This answer rarely varied. Ettie never felt lonely because she knew her mother was with her. Sometimes she even thought she could see her holy aura lighting up a dark corner. As time went on, this knowledge was sufficient for Ettie to recover from any sadness she might have felt at being orphaned. Ettie considered the nuns her family. Like a young duckling, wherever the sisters went, Ettie followed too. At a very early age, she would wait outside the chapel door while they said their office. She understood that praying hard for the orphans was the most important duty of their day. Later, Ettie's little figure could be seen trotting after the line of black habits into the kitchen, where she would be ordered from pillar to post, carrying and fetching. Any help was welcome by the nuns, who somehow managed to run a convent, an orphanage, and a school.